The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
Hi everyone, my name is Thibeault. I'm your host of this podcast talking about basketball, but mainly about the Boston Celtics. Today my friend Thomas joining me again. How you doing today? I'm excited to be here.
Yes, I'm very excited to be here, and I'm doing pretty well. Yesterday I got my braces off, which is big for me.
Nice. We'll be talking about the Boston Celtics and about how they're doing in everything Celtics news. We'll also be talking about how the players have been doing this past week, who is doing good, and who needs to play better. I'll be adding 3 questions about basketball. We'll also touch upon the NBA as a whole, who's in the league in stats. We'll also be talking about the coaches, how the team has been so successful, along with their games coming up, who should be worried about, who's on the injured list. These are all going to be really fun topics, so you won't want to miss any of these, so make sure you grab your snacks and get ready to enjoy. Hope my friend Thomas is ready, as I am, so let's dive right into it.
I am very ready.
Now, time for business. Let's talk about top players like Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Jarek White, Drew Holiday, Kristaps Porzingis, Al Horford, Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser, all amazing role/bench players. How do you think they are doing this season? As they're good in your opinion? Are they good in your opinion?
Yes, I think they're good in my opinion. My favorite had to be Jason Tatum.
Nice. Celtics overall in general have been really effective when they are on the court together. They could end up being one of the best super teams of all time because they received a lot of All-Star votes, almost all made as a starting 5. Did you want all of them to be on the All-Star game, Thomas?
Yes, I did. I would have loved to see them all in that All-Star game.
That's a shame how only Tatum and Brown, because White and Porzingis definitely should have deserved it.
Yes.
Bench has always been really solid this season. They have never had one bad game this season. They have taken on such a bigger role for this team. I think Joe Mazzulla, personally, has trusted them to make the right decisions in the big moments for them to shine in the big games. How do you think the bench has been playing? Have they improved?
Yes, I think they've improved. If not a lot, just a little bit.
Yeah. Starting 5 gets better and better each game. They make less decisions that kill them in the end. Joe Mazzulla could be one of the best Celtics coaches of all time if he keeps up at this rate, because he still has at least another 10 years up for us. Do you think Joe Mazzulla could be one of the all-time greats for the Celtics coaches, or people in general?
Yes, I think he has the ability to become one of those great coaches, and I think he's going to live up to most of our expectations.
Because last year, no one expected him to, even be a head coach, for good.
Yeah.
Celtics are 48-13 for the record this season, as they have been the best team almost all season. Celtics are always breaking some type of different record, no matter what game it is. What do you think about how they have been playing this season?
I think they've been playing pretty good. They're breaking records after records, and I think if anyone asks for any more, that they're overly greedy.
Yep. Couldn't agree with you more. I feel Brad Stevens, general manager of the Celtics, is always there, and he seems to always make good decisions for the Celtics' future to help them win. We can't forget about the fans, as they continue to be rowdy during games, and they always tune into the game. How do you think the fans are doing to affect the game?
I think the fans are a 25%, or they're affecting the game at least 25% and boosting the team's morale.
Yep. Who's ready for some fun trivia about the NBA? This should be a good question, so let's dive in.
This player had the most 3-point field goals during one series of the finals. A. Klay Thompson. B. Stephen Curry. C. Jason Tatum. And D. Kevin Durant. First, before we give the answer, we would like to go on a commercial break. So stay tuned because you won't want to miss it.
there, I'm Gail Devins, and join me as we discover all the businesses that made Easton great. This is a wonderful, wonderful place. I cannot wait. I want to do it. I want to go there. I am definitely coming back, and I know you will too, because I'm telling you something. It is absolutely amazing in here. What a wonderful way to discover Easton. It's right here in Easton. Showing at noon on Mondays, 2 p.m. on Tuesdays, and 11 a.m. on Fridays, only on ECAT.
Welcome back, everyone, from our commercial break. And if you guessed B, Stephen Curry, then you would be correct, because he actually did this in 2016 with 32 in that one series, which is mind-boggling when you think about it.
Yep, that was a crazy series. Thomas, let's talk about some of the games they have had recently, about the players and teams. Are you ready?
Yes.
Alright, some games Celtics have had recently. The game against the Mavericks, Warriors, and Cavaliers. The game against the Mavericks, which they played Luka, was not fun for us to watch, as he is good in every game this season. Luka can easily win MVP this season, at his rate, because the Mavericks are also a really good team this season. How good do you think Luka is this season? Where do you rank him as a player?
I'm ranking him in my top 15. He's a great player, and he definitely deserves the MVP of the season.
Yeah, because he should have got it last year and the year before, because he always averages amazing stats.
Yes.
But Mavericks also have Kyrie Irving, Josh Green, Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington, and all these good role players surrounding the two stars. Luka is definitely going to be first All-NBA, as he has been amazing, and he's putting up a damn near triple-double this season. This has been really impressive and fun to watch this season. Next game we played against was the Warriors. The Warriors did not live up to the name, since I would refer that game as a Boston Massacre. Celtics won by 52 points in that game. It was insane to watch, as every fan was shocked, because we all know how red hot the Warriors were coming into that game. I feel personally the Warriors probably just gave up halfway through the game, as they probably weren't expecting those results. He was not even certain to play in the game, as Steph Curry was a disappointment. He only got 4 points. They were all getting clamped up. I couldn't believe Klay Thompson did not have a good game either. The two of them were on the struggle bus the whole game, as it was not fun to watch for the Warriors fans. I'm sure they probably thought they were just dreaming on how bad the team was doing. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown played extremely well, as Porzingis played extremely well on defense, as White did too, as the two of them got like 8 blocks combined. What do you think, Thomas, how they played, the Celtics and the Warriors?
I think the Celtics deserved that win, and I think the Warriors could have played much, much better. They did not live up to their past seasons, but hey, we can't hold that against them. Sometimes people have those type of downfalls.
Yeah. Last game we played was against the Cavaliers, which is a close one where we lost by 1. And it was depressing for all fans. Cavaliers are not bad this season, as Mitchell was out with this game. They still lost. Cavaliers are a sneaky team in the NBA. They could give the Celtics some problems. Celtics were down by 20 points going into the fourth quarter. No, the Cavs, I mean. I think Jason Tatum just struggled in the fourth quarter. They just took a really bad shot for the win. But overall, they played pretty well. Thomas, how do you think they played in this game? What do you think about Jason Tatum's shot?
Jason Tatum's shot could have been much better. And he's been playing overall well this season. So one mistake is not going to kill it for me. I don't know about you guys, though.
Yeah, I don't know about the fans at home, but didn't kill us. Next two topics we'll be talking about is the team overall this season, what they need to get better, and the players that are good and bad this season. Sox team overall is really good in my opinion this season, as they have 40-13 currently. They're a really good team. Sox plays a busy schedule every month, and they don't get much time to rest in between games. I think that shows in some of their games. Sox players are good this season, as they are all really consistent, even on the bad nights. They give you good numbers and stats, and especially highlights. What do you think about their numbers and stats and highlights?
I think that's pretty well. Their stats are awesome. And this season, they've been playing excellent.
You gotta keep it going.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about some stats for the players this season, as there's a lot of the same stuff, like Jason Tatum leading us in points and rebounds, as well as Derek White, who leads us in assists now. Derek White has improved over the course of the seasons 2 years ago, but when he first joined us, he did not look good, so he was not effective at all. But isn't that crazy, Thomas? How we now rely on him so much to win us games?
Yes. He's doing awesome, and he's going to continue to do awesome. Or at least I hope he's going to continue to do awesome. He's really starting to get better at the game than he was 2 years ago, and I hope that he can continue to get better for us.
Yep. White is grinding more and more every year. I don't think any Celtics fan is surprised. Joe Mazzulla even believes in Derek White, which he continues to be a good leader in and out of the locker room for Boston. How do you think Joe Mazzulla is doing coaching White? Are you impressed with this progression from last year, Thomas?
I am very impressed. I think while Joe's getting better, Derek's also getting better. And this is very impressive, as both of them are getting better at the same time. Joe's helping Derek, and Derek's helping Joe.
How do you think Joe Mazzulla and Derek White has improved, things that they've done to get better?
I think their feats with getting better have helped them out a lot, and I think they should continue to get better.
Yeah. Tatum and Paone are always being really vocal, but I'm not really surprised, as they usually are some of the best players on the team. Who do you think is the best leader for our team out of all of our players?
So, I'm usually a Jason Tatum diehard fan. But in this case, I'm going to have to go with Brown.
Yeah, that's a good choice from this season. But overall, I think it's Jason Tatum.
Yeah, overall, Jason Tatum. This season, it's going to be Brown for me.
Yeah. I feel Porzingis has that experience, along with Horford, considering they've been on a lot of teams, a lot of years under the belt in the NBA. Horford has so many consistent years. He has been an All-Star a couple times. But I don't think he'll be Hall of Famer, sadly, even though he should deserve it. I think, personally, he's done a lot for every team he's been on. Thomas, what are your thoughts on Horford being a future All-Star?
I think it's impressive that he's going to be an All-Star. He definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, and I hope that the people, whoever run the Hall of Fame, see this.
Yeah. Joe Mazzulla always talks about all the players. He is very vocal. They always support each other no matter what the circumstances. I feel they have bonded and built better chemistry over the last 2 years, which fans really love to see. And time for our second trivia question.
This team has the best winning percentage in the finals. A. Bulls. B. Blazers. C. Suns. D. Rockets. Before we tell you the answer, I would like to go to a commercial break. So stay tuned because you won't want to miss it.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, residents of Easton, friends and neighbors. This is Bill Ames,
co-host with Priscilla Almquist Olsen of the Film Connection.
on ECAT now for over 20 years. We're very proud of that.
And we like to interview guests from Easton who have been involved in the film business.
Actors, producers. We're very fortunate today to have a producer of a film.
Hello everybody and welcome to the official first episode of Eatin' with ECAT. My name is Joseph Taft.
I'm Jack Ryan.
And I'm Abby Kitchenham.
We are, in fact, your co-hosts, and we are determined to bring you all the big eats that you can handle. So listen, if you're a foodie, you're not going to want to miss any of the action. Check out our website, www.eastoncat.org, or find us on social, at EastonCat, to find this episode on demand.
Oh, you're going down, Kitchenham. You're going down. You're going down.
I got through the foam, and I'm getting a little more down to the... It's like...
The fact that there's jelly in this just unsettles me.
A Reuben sandwich is the best sandwich out. The sauerkraut mixed with the Thousand Island and the rye bread.
This is something I have never seen before.
We're good. We're all family here.
Where does the ice cream begin?
Big
and
bite.
The whipped cream. And
No more plate.
Hi everyone, and welcome back from the commercial break. And if you guessed A, the Bulls, then you would be correct, because they dominated in the finals, in which they are 24-11, which is a 68% of the winning games, which is impressive.
Yes, it is, Thomas, as I don't think anyone has ever done that, like any team in general.
Yeah,
Even
that's a first.
Even the 2016 Warriors, who won the finals, won 60 games. They haven't either. Boston Celtics are 40-13 and first in the East, as they are followed by the Milwaukee Bucks, who are second in the East, as they're getting really good. And they're on a hot streak right now. They've been playing pretty well over these last couple of weeks. The Bucks are Giannis, who's one of the best players in the league currently, could easily win MVP this season, which is not surprising to me, as he's already won one. What would you rank Giannis this season among all the other players?
I would rank him pretty high up there. He's pretty good.
Middleton, Portis, and Lopez are also outfits on the star Giannis. They have one of the best and deep rosters this season. They have a very good coach who is Doc Rivers. He's one of the best head coaches of all time, has a lot of playoff experience, and just a good winning coach if you were looking for one. What do you think of the Bucks right now going on this hot streak?
I think it's pretty impressive. It's awesome to watch the Bucks go on this.
Who's your favorite player beside Giannis?
I don't really play favorites for the Bucks team. I don't really see much different in them all.
Yeah. A lot of them are like the same type of players.
Yes, yeah.
In the West, the two best teams are the Thunder and Timberwolves. Timberwolves are the first team in the West to have a record of 43-19, doing really amazing and well for themselves right now. Timberwolves are also getting more comfortable with each other, getting more experience and playing a lot stronger with more tenacity. Thunder as of right now are the second seed in the West, and they are the second seed, which is still really good. They're one of the best teams in the NBA. They deserve it, as they have had some issues with Josh Giddey getting into trouble a while ago. Some players' problems, as they have not played to their full potential. Thomas, what do you think about the Timberwolves and Thunder this season?
I think both teams have been doing pretty well, and I hope they continue to do well.
Overall this season, the NBA is one of the most fun sports to watch this year. It could be up there for the best sport this year. What do you think is the best sport to watch this year, Thomas? And are you a fan of other sports?
I haven't been really watching sports lately, so I can't answer the first question. But the second question I can answer fully. My first would have to be soccer, second basketball, and then third would be track.
Why do you like those three sports? What do you like about them?
I've been playing soccer for a couple of years of my life. I watched it, and I really liked the World Cup that happened last year or so. And with basketball, my sister plays it, and so I go to a lot of her games, and over this year, I've been enjoying it more and more. Track would be my new sport that I've been playing, and I almost made it to States this year.
Oh, good for you.
Thank you.
There's a lot of news in the NBA for our next topic, so listen up. There have been a lot of good NBA super teams this season that could definitely win the championship. Celtics and Clippers are both on a hot streak right now, even though they just lost some really close games. Thomas, how do you think they both played in the last couple of games, as they both have been on a pretty hot streak?
Yes, both of them have been on a very hot streak, and I hope they are able to continue that up.
There are a lot of bad teams like the Spurs and Pistons. They both rebuild their teams, but they're doing a really good job at it. Both teams have some really good players currently: the Victor Wembanyama, Ashad Thompson, and along with Kate Cunningham. What do you think, Thomas, about these two rookies? They've been some of the best in the NBA as of right now.
So I think they've been pretty well for just being rookies. Yeah, their teams aren't the best this season, but they are giving us hopes that their team can get better.
Yeah, you wouldn't think they're rookies. Like Victor Wembanyama always breaks a rookie record every night.
Yeah.
There are always a bunch of different players who make the team of the month. There are always different people who usually are the best of the month. There's some players who are standing out right now, like Jokic, LeBron, Tatum, and Butler as of recently. DeRozan, who's always solid. There's some players in this league that are always consistent, like LeBron. He's always good, even this year, at the age of 40 years old. Thomas, what do you think of the NBA in general this season? What is one of your favorite moments from this season?
My favorite moment of the season would have to be the Celtics versus Warriors. They humiliated the Warriors in that game, which was...
Yeah, that was shocking.
Yeah, shocking, and that would be my favorite moment. The NBA season in general has been pretty interesting.
What do you think is your favorite part?
My favorite part would be those two rookies playing on those bad teams, yet they're doing awfully good.
Yeah. All right, now who's ready for a final NBA trivia question?
The first team to hire a woman on their coaching staff. A. San Antonio Spurs. B. Phoenix Suns. C. Utah Jazz. And D. Detroit Pistons. Before I tell you the answer, we would like to go to a commercial break, so stay tuned because you won't want to miss it.
There's a storm.
Join me, Priscilla Almquist-Olsen, to explore the town of Easton and its interesting, engaging, ordinary, and extraordinary people, and meet a smorgasbord of guests, including artists, authors, musicians, business owners, community organizations, clergy, local leaders, etc., etc., etc. Community Forum at 3 p.m. on Thursdays and 1:30 p.m. on Saturdays. See you then.
Hello, welcome to Easton News. I'm Abby Kitchenham.
And I'm Jack Ryan, and together we bring you everything you need to know about Easton, including politics.
The annual town election is scheduled for Saturday, April 22nd, 2023.
Community events.
Be Inspired, Counseling Presents, a parent and child coping workshop centered around a new year and new beginnings.
And sports.
Pressure builds diamonds, so we live by that every day at practice, going into every game.
With APCSM guest segment Pet of the Week.
Hi, I'm Katie with the Animal Protection Center, and today we have a little Iris.
With help from special correspondent Wyatt Fain. Join us
for Easton News.
Playing 6 o'clock, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays.
Hi everyone, and welcome back from the commercial break. And if you guessed A, the San Antonio Spurs, then you would be correct, as her name was Becky Hammon, and this was back in 2014.
Yes. I'm not really surprised though, because San Antonio Spurs are usually always really kind and they always support anything that happens.
Yes.
Alright, let's talk about the games they play in detail. Celtics played the Mavericks and they won 138-110. It's not really that close. That game was not really close in the beginning, as the Celtics steamrolled them. They just tried harder, and they did not give up on any play. They always put their body on the line in each play, no matter what it was. Celtics with the starters played really well, so all of them had double-digit points, yet again. But we should just see that coming now, as the bench with Pritchard, also, and Horford, played good. They all double-digit points. What do you think about their games and how all players had double-digit points?
I think that's been pretty entertaining, and yeah, pretty well.
Mavericks had some really good games from Luka, Kyrie, Derek Lively, PJ Washington, who are all really good players for this up-and-coming Mavericks team. Mavericks are starting to heat up this season as they have the 8th seed, which is one of their best placements this season, as they can easily still get the 5th seed. Thomas, what do you think about this game, and what stood out to you the most?
The entire game would have to stand out to me. I'm hoping that they are going to be able to make 5th seed, and I hope to see that happen.
Next game they played is against the Warriors, which was not close as they won 140-88. As we talked about earlier, they played confident. That's the best I've seen them look all season in one game. Took every last breath of air out of the Warriors players. They deserve this win, as I think Steve Kerr did not do well, not have a good game plan coming into this game, compared to Joe Mazzulla, having a smart and brilliant game plan. Thomas, what do you think about the Celtics, how they played against this red-hot Warriors team?
I think it was pretty well, and we all know to the red-hot Warriors to be this great team that normally doesn't lose. But when they went up against the Celtics this game, I think they just didn't go in with a good plan, and the Celtics did. Celtics dominated by a lot of points, and the Warriors got humiliated.
Good answer. Last game they played was against the Cavs. Just as we talked about earlier, they lost by one singular point. They lost 105-104, which is heartbreaking, as the Celtics fans probably were not happy after that one. Stars all had a good game despite losing. Jason Tatum was leading the way with 26 points, 13 rebounds, which is a really good game for him. Cavs did not give up as they were down by 20 going into the fourth quarter, and it was a really painful fourth quarter to watch as they started to crumble apart. Cavs had a solid game even though Mitchell was out. They had key contributions by Okoro, Allen, LeVert, Garland, Wade, and a smart, tough coach with J.B. Bickerstaff. Those 5 players were all really good in this game, as the best player for the Cavs run in the fourth was Dean Wade, who's not that well known, but he always has some good games in the season. He was perfect with 20 points, 5 of 5 from 3, which really impressed me, the whole fan base. Overall, we played really good in those 3 games. But Thomas, what do you think about the Cavs game? How did you react to that dunk by Wade?
So, first of all, I think this game was much, much better than the humiliating game for the Warriors. The dunk by Wade, who is not well known, is pretty impressive, and I think after that game that he would be known widely.
Yeah. It's like about the last game, which was against the Nuggets. They lost 115 and 109. Jokic had like a triple-double. Team had like another 30-point performance. What do you think about those 2 players?
I think that was pretty good, and the game was entertaining. And the only reason I wasn't voting for the Celtics that game was because the other team name was the Nuggets.
Yeah, I love Jokic and like how they could definitely be in a finals contender this year.
Yes, yeah, that too.
All right, well that's all we have for today. Thanks for listening, everyone. And I want to give a big shout out to Thomas for joining me again. Hope we can do it again in the future.
I do too. Thank you for having me as well.
For those watching, please join me next time on JUT Basketball with JUT Podcast. Bye, everyone, and have a good night.